Warning, this show is uncensored. If you're a sensitive person who can't handle real conversation about topics that can be triggering, then why the fuck did you click on a video titled One Asshole's Opinion? You know what, Snowflake? You deserve whatever happens when this discussion upsets you. Grab your pacifier, wrap up in a blanket, get your stuffed animals, and watch something else. Otherwise, please enjoy.
Hey, welcome to One Asshole's Opinion, the show where I'm opinionated and an asshole. And this is my son who's also an opinionated asshole who brings that up week after week. We know there's two of us. The show should still be called One Asshole's Opinion because it's based on the saying...
two assholes, one opinion?
No.
Not always.
Actually, if we called it two assholes, it could be the way people describe us when we're walking into a room. Hey, look at those two assholes. Anyway.
Yeah.
This week, instead of talking about something political or whatever, and there's some politics in here a little bit, I suppose, but
these are funnies.
These are random thoughts. Some people call them shower thoughts or whatever that I had thought of years ago. I found written down in an old notebook.
Yeah.
Some of them you've heard me say before because I remembered them in my head, and some of them I was surprised by because I had written them down and forgot. But anyway, so these are my shower thoughts, as it were, or random thoughts. I don't watch Sesame Street anymore. I already know most of that shit. We're going to alternate here and there. The wisest man I ever knew taught me something I never forgot. And although I never forgot it, I never quite memorized it either. So what I'm left with is the memory of having learned something very wise that I can't quite remember.
The idea of a walk-in closet is frightening. If I'm ever sitting at home and a closet walks in, I'm getting the hell out of there.
Sometimes a little brain damage can help. See, that goes with how I came up with that last one.
It helped you, yeah.
Not only do I not know what's going on, I wouldn't know what to do about it if I did.
No comment is a comment.
If a man smiles all the time, he's probably trying to sell you something that doesn't work. I believe that everyone is described as missing I believe that everyone that is described as missing are living together in a small town in Ohio.
All of them?
Yep.
All right. I think it would be fun to go on Jeopardy and never buzz in. Just stand there silently for a half hour, then go home.
We are all fucked. It helps to remember that.
Yeah.
The guy running the camera normally has seen this one because I sent it to him as a message on Facebook. But if lobsters looked like puppies, people could never drop them in boiling water while they were alive. But instead, they look like science fiction monsters, so it's okay.
All right, but if I found out that they tasted like that, the look would not change.
You read
anything. Intelligence tests are biased towards the literate.
This is true. I'm glad you read that one because, ironically, you read that one and you're not much of a reader. I feel sorry for homeless gay people because they don't have a closet to come out of. Now that I think of it, if you were gay and homeless, you'd probably be happy just to have a closet. Anyway, the sicker you get, the harder it is to remember to take your medicine.
It's true. Which is more immoral? Killing two 150-pound people or killing one 300-pound person?
I can't bear to go to the children's zoo. It's so cruel of their parents to allow them to be kept in those little cages. This is advice that I actually gave him when he decided to start dating. Rarely does a loose woman have a tight pussy.
Oh boy. Nothing rhymes with nostril.
Kilometers are shorter than miles. Save gas, take your next trip in kilometers. White people fucked up the blues.
Yeah. I worry about my judgment when anything I believe in or do on a regular basis begins to be accepted by the American public. Yeah.
If you love someone, set them free. If they come home, set them on fire. Whenever I see a large crowd, I always wonder what the most disgusting thing any one of them did is.
If Helen Keller were psychic, would you say she had a fourth sense?
These don't make me look very good, some of them.
Would
These
have been better off with the other list.
nicotine patches do seem to work pretty well. It's just hard to keep them lit. I once confused the joy of cooking and the joy of sex. On the bright side, I can cook a turkey in 69 tantalizing positions.
That's so bad. Blood is thicker than urine.
It's a fact. Most people are not particularly good at anything. Try explaining Hitler to a kid.
Don't. I wanted a job as a gynecologist, but I couldn't find an opening.
But ching. Some of them were punny. Hey. This is a fact. The straightest line between a short distance is 2 points.
No.
Oh, it's my turn still. Here's a good question, or two questions that go together. Can you have just one antic? And how about a lone shenanigan?
Yeah. I hope they clone dinosaurs and they come back just in time for the ozone layer to disappear and wipe those ugly motherfuckers out again.
Elevators and escalators do more than just elevate and escalate. They also lower. Their names only tell half the story. When the going gets tough, the tough get fucked.
Regarding Little Red Riding Hood, wolves can't be all bad if they'll eat your grandmother. Even Grandpa won't do that.
We are all amateurs. It's just some of us are more professional about it.
Yeah.
I think we should attack Russia now. They'd never see it coming.
The safest place to be in an earthquake is somewhere else.
What is the plural of hell of a guy? Hells of guys? I have no axe to grind. I do, however, own a letter opener that could use sharpening.
Sometimes on a rainy day, I'll sit and weed out the losers on my social media.
I'm not the only one to have done that. I think when I wrote that, there wasn't social media. I believe what it actually had said was out of my Rolodex. But now, who has a fucking Rolodex? Anyway, I don't have to tell you, it goes without saying, there are things better left unsaid. I think that speaks for itself, and the less said about it, the better.
Yeah. I don't live in the fast lane, but I am parked on the side with my hood up.
In comic strips, the person on the left always speaks first.
It's true.
If the shoe fits, find another one just like it.
Yeah, we should probably just start alternating because I'm not running out. I don't believe that there is any problem in this country, no matter how tough it is, that Americans, when they roll up their sleeves, can't completely ignore.
Okay. I like to go to bed early. My favorite dream comes on at 9.
Oh, that's nice. When a lion escapes from a circus in Africa, how do they know they've caught the right one? It can do tricks.
Sure. And they're just going to randomly snap a whip at...
All of the lions.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
When you buy a 6-foot dildo and call it a marital aid, you are stretching not just your anatomy, but the limits of credibility.
I'm not an organ donor, but I have gave a piano to the Salvation Army.
Why would anyone use a floodlight? I think lights would be kind of dangerous during a flood. It's better to sit there in the dark and wait for help.
No. You never see a smiling runner.
That's true. If I only had one tooth, I think I would brush the shit out of it.
Yeah. They said on the news that tests on monkeys showed HIV can be transmitted through oral sex. What I want to know is who had to blow the monkeys.
Nothing is so boring as listening to someone else describe their dream.
Just think, right now, all over the world, there are people exercising bad judgment. Somebody right this minute is probably making the biggest mistake of his or her life.
True. I bet there aren't many people hooked on crack that also play the bagpipes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
As grown-ups, we never get to wave bye-bye. I think it would be fun. Hey, Steve, the neighbors are leaving for a Disney vacation. We're all going out on the front lawn to wave bye-bye.
we timed that perfect because I'm out.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Those are just some of the thoughts I've had, which explains a lot about me if you really think about it. This wasn't opinions, but I'm still going to end it the way I always do, or well, almost always do.
Sometimes, most of the time, but like sometimes we don't.
I always do it except for the times I don't do it, so stop.
He's just an asshole.
So is he. But what do I know? I'm just an opinion, and that's just my asshole.
Ah ha ha.